Country Club. We're here today for the National Putt-Putt Championship. I'm Mick Luckhurst, and joining me is Jim Heretoes, a man that's won more national titles than anybody in the history of putt-putt golf. Now, Jim, this is these guys' Super Bowl, isn't it?
Absolutely, Mick. This is unbelievable. I've been there before. I know what it is to appear on television. These guys have to be thrilled to perform under this type of pressure. It's unbelievable. We look for a lot of excitement today.
Now, I'm sure they're a little nervous, and they've also got a different format than what they used to, aren't they?
The format is 3 pros will be participating in a carryover system, so they'll be firing for aces along the way.
And if someone has 18 aces, $100,000 at stake, can someone do that today?
Absolutely. With the skill level of these players, this course, I believe it's possible. What a thrill that would be, $100,000.
So a lot of money at stake. Before we go to the match, let's take a look at today's contestants.
First, we have Danny Dore. Danny Dore did a tremendous job last year on television, and he looks to repeat again as a winner. Then David McCaslin. David has been around for a while, an exciting player to watch. And finally, we have Andy Coradini. Andy has a great stroke, and I'm sure he'll do well in this tournament.
I'm down here with Andy, David, and Danny. And I start with you, Andy. You were out here last year. You won on television. What is the strategy? Is it different from everyday putt-putt?
I believe it is, because you want to make sure that you get everything to the hole and try to stay as calm as you can and make as many aces as you can.
So you've gone for the aces, and that brings me to you, David. This is your home course. 18 aces today, $100,000. What's been your best score here?
22 so far, and 18 is going to be very difficult today, but we'll give it a try and see what we can do.
The $100,000 makes it worth it, doesn't it?
Oh, yes, sir. It's a lot of money. We'll see what we can do. We'll try to make a bunch of them and stay focused and have a good time.
All right, and then we go to Danny, who the pressure's really on. Player of the Year in 1996. Won here last year as well. Big money. Bought your wife a car. So what's she going to demand this year?
That's going to be tough to top. Maybe a new house. I don't think we're going to win that much today, though. But I'm going to give it my all. Got 2 tough competitors, both champions in their own right, to winning major events this year. If I can spend a little magic and knock a few in.
All right. Does it get more difficult the second year, the nerves, etc.?
As you get older, it gets a little bit more nervous.
All right. Well, good luck to all of you. Let's go to the first tee.
The format will be $500 to the winner of each hole. If the hole is not won, then it's carried over to the next hole.
And, of course, there's that $100,000 out there for someone that makes 18 aces in a row. And, Jimmy, you've had a 19 once. You know it's possible.
It's possible. It's tough, but it's possible. Danny pulled that a little left. Danny is a protege of Buddy Taylor's from the Baltimore, Maryland area. And Buddy was one of the all-time greats. I played with Buddy in many tournaments. He brought along a lot of good players. So Danny is one of his proteges and an excellent putter.
Now, David, he's on his home course. He's had a 22, as he said just a little bit ago. He would love to have an 18 today. Oh, he lips out, so he also is out of the $100,000 hunt. And that leaves Andy Coradini to win the first hole with $500 on the line.
Yeah, that putt looked good right to the last, and it just turned enough to lip. We'll see what Andy Coradini. He's playing a different shot. He's playing off the right rail. A little firm, and it didn't take the break.
So maybe a little bit of first hole nerves. Nobody wins the $500. That means hole number 2 is worth $1,000. And with 30 million people playing putt-putt golf for fun, we asked all these players how they got started.
I started playing putt-putt back in 1978 as a novice, and I just so happened to walk upon a putt-putt where they were playing. It was the 36-hole moneymaker back in that time, and that course had over 200 people playing in a tournament, and I just happened to walk up the day they were having the tournament and thought that, well, that seems neat, you know, I'll try it, and then I won.
I started out as a kid when I was like 14. Played Kitty Day, Super Saturday, things like that. Got a job at the Putt-Putt, met some of the pros. Buddy Taylor was he's a legend in the game. He was managing the course. He got me involved. I started playing in some tournaments and did well, and gave me a lot of encouragement over the years, and I've just improved.
We grew up playing putt-putt. One was built in 1977, a mile from our course, and we went out there and they had a Super Saturday program, and we played in that and won a trophy, and we found out about local tournaments. And at the same time, they had a youth program, Junior Putters of America. The next year, we got involved in that and competed. and we eventually became amateurs and kept getting better and better at the game and eventually turned pro.
It's David on the second hole. The we he was talking about was his brother Danny, who also is a pro.
Rock, baby.
Mick looks like a good putt. Let's see if it does rock in there. Oh, boy, he got tapped on that one. That lipped. Oh, look at this. Isn't it amazing? Just, it went. Yeah.
Cellophane bridge.
Such as it goes. Rub of the green. Andy Coradini now will try to see how his good fortune goes on this.
Work.
It's taking a good roll towards the hole. It's right in. Good speed, good putt.
And Andy hopes that's $1,000 in his pocket. And Danny Dore, his putt to stop that.
He's a good pressure putter, Mick. Watch.
Great call, Jimmy. He is a great pressure putter. And that's maybe why he's won $53,000 in his professional career. So after 2 holes, still no blood. And $9,000 still to be won. We'll be back to the beautiful Orange Lake Resort and Country Club after these messages.
Well, this is it. It all comes down to this last shot on the 18th hole.
Folks, this putt is a slick, downhill, left-breaking putt. You couldn't have picked a tougher putt to have to nail under pressure to win a major championship.
And you know, since putting's half the game of golf, can you just imagine the pressure he's feeling right now?
Let's watch and see if he can pull it off.
Yes, he's done it. A hole-in-one.
Boy, that's one for the highlight film.
Putt-Putt Golf, where future champions are made.
Starting right now through the 4th of July weekend, ESPN and Coors Light invite you to get into the spirit of ESPN Days, the freedom to watch sports like never before. It's time for friends, food, fun, and freedom, and of course, sports on ESPN. ESPN Days, presented by Coors Light, the freedom to watch sports like never before. Tune in for these events on ESPN.
You heard about the high endurance deodorant challenge from Old Spice? It's great at stopping odor. But what if you gotta stop sweat? Well, now high endurance makes a powerful new antiperspirant. A white solid that goes on clear. See? No white flakes. So you can stay dry without the white mess you get from some other antiperspirants. Guaranteed. Or call 1-800-PROVE-IT and Old Spice will buy you a stick of yours. So take the challenge. Because this is more than just an antiperspirant. This is the high endurance of antiperspirants.
Slam the stack. You could win instantly. Yeah! Snowboards, mountain bikes, other stuff.
Welcome back, everybody, to the Orange Lake Resort and Country Club. While we were gone, there were a lot of carryovers. That means at the 5th tee, the hole is worth $2,500. David McCaslin putting.
David will probably play this putt just to the left of the hole, hoping that it comes in with enough speed through the back door. Let's see what he does. What a great putt. Good speed.
What a great call.
I'm telling you, he performed that great. It's about a 26-foot putt, up a little rise. And if you don't hit it with right speed, it will take the break off to the left. So we'll see what Andy does. Andy's taking his time on this putt. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, a little too far right. He pushed it. Pushed it badly. Well, let's see what Danny Dore does, Mick.
That's Danny Dore's wife. She won a car last year, and she's looking for Danny to win something else for her this year.
On up. On up.
Let's see.
Yes.
I'm telling you, he's a pressure putter.
Danny is definitely hot so far, isn't he? 3 aces out of 4 holes.
All the boys from Maryland are good. Look at this.
And Andy definitely thanking Danny for that. He saves the money, and that's another carryover as we go to the 6th hole. And it's now worth $3,000, and it's Andy Coradini that's up first.
We're going to play this back door, negotiating 3 rises, and you have to hit it firm, which he did.
Jimmy, how much do these guys practice prior?
Been there, and it takes a lot of dedication and practice to get speed down. Oh, this is unusual. He's putting this front door. That's a fantastic putt. That speed, you just can't realize what type of speed to negotiate those 3 hills and for it to go in front door. It takes a lot of skill to be able to to make that particular putt. You probably notice that most of them are using the bank because in fact, everyone has used the back rail except for Danny Dore.
So David McCaslin to save the carryover, or it's Danny Dore that wins $3,000.
Come on. Yeah!
Oh, my goodness. Just enough speed to go in that hole. Way to go.
Great putting. Earlier today, I asked the guys what it's like to play on the tour.
The travel's very exciting. You get to travel all over the country. I have friends that live everywhere, and it's very exciting to travel and to see our friends and compete against one another and get together and talk about what we're doing away from putt-putt. And we have a lot of camaraderie on the tour, and it's a wonderful thing.
I've been playing for over 20 years now on the tour. I enjoy the travel. I enjoy the friendship. I know a lot of the guys, known them for years. I look forward to playing every March when it starts back up. I enjoy competition. You know, when I was younger, I played other sports like basketball and baseball and things like that, and just enjoyed competition. So I can carry this on as I get older and still enjoy competition.
Hole 7 was halved. That means hole number 8 is worth $4,000. David to putt first.
Mickey will be playing down the left rail with hopefully speed to go up the rise and into the hole. That was a great putt. Good speed.
Jimmy, do the guys have a spot on the hole that they're aiming at when they bank it?
Well, it depends. Each pro has his own way of doing it. I mean, they might pick a spot that's actually off the course. They want to get pretty precise with this, but speed is very critical too, because if you don't hit the exact area, your speed delegates whether it's going to be a successful putt. And so far, Dave's negotiated it. Now Andy has.
Well, that means that Danny doesn't even have to putt. It's another carryover, the 9th hole. $4,500 on the line, and Andy will be first up to the tee again. $4,500, Jimmy. Did you ever play for $4,500?
As a matter of fact, I did. But oh, look at this, crossed right over. He was playing the backdoor shot, and it just depends again with the speed and the way you hit the putt. Danny looks like he's lining up to play it straight. This putt can be played straight, but it's real difficult to get the line. He's taking his time. Look at this. Look at this. What a great putt. He had the line absolutely perfect. Yeah.
A lot of pressure now on David McCaslin because he can save it and take to the next hole. Otherwise, it's Danny Dore and $4,500. This to tie.
Well, looked like he hit it a little too far right. Well, Danny's looks like he's your winner of your carryovers there, Mick.
That is, and as you can see, not a lot to that scoreboard. $4,500 to Danny Dore after 9. Well, Danny, it took 9 holes, but that's what this format's all about, isn't it?
Yeah, it's really tough. These guys I was playing with, they're champions in their own right, and they battled all the way through, and I was lucky to make the last one. I didn't back in like I normally do.
Well, at the top of the show, we talked about what your wife was going to get. That's $4,500. You know what you're going to get her yet?
Not yet. I'm going to give her a lot of love when I get back home, though.
All right, she might want a lot of cash as well as love. Now, Jimmy, as we go to the 10th hole, it's not just the $500, the prize money, but also the American Hole-in-One $500. Can you tell us about that?
The American Hole-in-One is worth an extra $500. American Hole-in-One is the largest sports risk insurer in the world, and this hole will be an extra $500 bonus for the pro that scores that hole-in-one to win it.
And if no one makes the hole-in-one, then they lose that $500. But if 2 tie all tie, it moves on to the next hole. So let's get back to the action.
Looks like Danny's pretty hot, though, Mick.
Going straight at it again, Jimmy.
Yeah. Looks like he got it a little left, a little offline. Didn't leave it short, though. It's the main thing is to get it to the hole, right, Mick?
Exactly. Never up, never in. True at every golf course. David now, putting.
Lineup ball.
Yeah, he got it left, too.
So that leaves Andy Coradini now on the American hole-in-one hole. The $500 bonus and the $500 if he makes the ace. This would be a great way for Andy to get back into the match.
I think he'll concentrate an extra $500 harder, don't you?
It's good to get that first bit of cash.
Look at this. It's in. American hole-in-one loses an extra 500. Great putt, Andy.
Great putt indeed as he slams it into the back of the hole. He wins his first cash of the day, $500 from American hole-in-one and $500 in official money. When we get back, let's see if David McCaslin can get his first piece of the cash.
Right now on Platinum Presents, preparations are underway here at TBS Superstation for the 1998 Goodwill Games. Hello, I'm Mary Deno. We'll take a behind-the-scenes look at the excitement coming your way when the games kick off. We'll see how you and a guest could win a trip to the Goodwill Games in New York. We'll also check out a whole world of sports action available when you go Platinum. And Scott Patrick will be here with the Stars and Encore report. It's all happening this month on Channel 267, so tune in and let the games begin.
DirecTV Sports is where the action is, and Channel 300 is the place to be for this month on sports. A full hour of fun, facts, opinions, and insights into the games and the names that make DirecTV the #1 choice for any sports fan. Join me, Jim Laslovic, as we go backstage at this year's NFL Draft. We'll visit with super agent to the Stars, Lee Steinberg, and we'll share the batting cage with the incredible Tony Gwynn. All this and much more on This Month on Sports, right now on Channel 300.
Welcome back to the beautiful Orange Lake Resort and Country Club. Hole number 11 was halved. That means hole number 12 is now worth $1,000. It's Andy Coradini to putt first.
This is known as the Y hole because of its shape. It's about an 18-footer straight. It's treacherous if you miss it, but if you hit the right putt, right speed, it will produce that. A hole-in-one. Nice putt by Andy.
Now Danny Dore, he's been hitting the putts pretty straight today. So far, I think, Jimmy, every hole has been aced except for the first hole by one of the golfers. Isn't that correct?
That's right.
So we're seeing some great putting. Danny now to half the hole.
Now that's unusual. Danny just doesn't leave him short. Well, we'll see what happens. David's up now. You know, this the PPA, Professional Putt Association, started in 1960, Mick. And there have been a number of years of good putters putting, but these putters right now are doing a great job. And look at this.
David really is putting well, but he still doesn't have that little bit of green in his back pocket. I know he's hungry for that. And again, as we look at the scoreboard, $4,500 for Danny, $500 for Andy, plus the $500 from American Hole-in-One, but no cash for David McCaslin. Danny Dore, and $1,500 on the line.
Look at this putt. You know, Mick, if he would, this is the type hole that we used to call front of back. In other words, hit it hard enough that if you did miss it from the front door, it would hit the back rail and come in, because it's such a tight line of preciseness on this hole, especially going for aces.
And normally when you're putting, you think of speed being perfect and not too hard. But in putt-putt, sometimes you have to hit it a little harder for the backboard. And now that was on the wrong side of the hole, though.
It was on the wrong side of the hole. On that speed, on the opposite side, he would have made it, and he still almost lipped it, and it would have been rub of the green. It would have, you know, had a lucky break, which happens in every sport.
So now it's Andy for $1,500.
Turn ball.
Yeah, let's see what happens with Andy.
Keep coming.
He's hit pretty good. That thing, look at this. You know,
you called it, Jimmy.
Right, missed the right lip, came in, and he had the perfect speed to play both ways.
And now we see Andy pulling it a little closer. He now has $2,000. Danny Dore, $4,500. As we go to the 14th tee, David McCaslin.
Get in there.
Look at this. This is one of the toughest holes on the backside. It's you know, it's such a precise putt. It's a putt that you have to get on line, otherwise you get in trouble. And he performed it absolutely perfectly. Let's see what Andy does.
Andy missed it. Now, the strange thing about this format is that David really has putted well today, made a lot of aces, but as yet, he hasn't won any of the cash. Let's see if Danny can stop him one more time.
Danny will be giving his best shot. Looks like it's going to turn right, and it does. If you don't get it into where that breaks prop is such a precise putt, you know, you're going to miss it just right or just left.
And David happy there to get his first $500. And there it is. The race is on.
He said, thank goodness.
And we'll be back with more great putting after these messages.
Slam the stack. You could win instantly. Yeah! Snowboards, mountain bikes, other stuff.
It's the hottest summer yet. It's Six Flags with the ice-cold taste of Coca-Cola Classic. Grab your friends, grab your family. Grab specially marked cans of Coca-Cola for great discounts to Six Flags. Cool off on exciting water rides. Experience heart-pounding coasters and thrills for the family. Plus, Six Flags has action-packed shows and big-name concerts for everyone. So if you're screaming for fun, head to Six Flags with the refreshing taste of Coca-Cola. You in or you out. Always a thrill.
Tomorrow night, the X Games explode into your living room.
Can't go to the X Games, they'll kill you.
It's day one, and biker Sherlock knows no fear in Street Luge Supermass Finals. Meanwhile, Fabiola da Silva could take off with the gold again in the women's aggressive inline vert finals.
What's she gonna do, Chief? Break my heart?
And will Dennis McCoy get revenge against Dave Mira in the bicycle stunt street competition? The X Games, tomorrow night at 8 and 1:30 on ESPN.
Welcome back, everybody. The 15th hole was halved, and that meant the 16th is now worth $1,000. And Danny Dore has got the tee.
Mick, this is a drop-off hole. He'll play it straight. It's the speed has to be pretty precise on this. It's got about a 2.5-inch drop-off, and he played it perfect.
Well, one thing we have seen is there's no lack of aces from the pros. They really are putting tremendously today.
Fantastic. It's a great putting exhibition. Nobody wants to lose.
Look at David, 7 aces with only one hole that he's actually won. So he's putting great. And TV really is making him putt better. How does television affect these guys?
It's difficult. You have a lot of pressure. You have to make the putt at the right time. You could be playing well and still not win any money because the people you're playing with are playing real well. So it's pretty difficult. You got a gallery close by.
TV is strenuous in the fact where you don't want to press. You want to try to win early, and if you can do that, then you tend to relax. And I was fortunate enough to do that last year. And hopefully I will be this year too.
The first time I was on TV, I was 21, and it was a few years ago, so I got a little more experience now, and I think hopefully it'll pay off. Just gonna try to relax and keep my mental game and stroke the ball well and do the best I can do.
The 17th hole was halved. That means the 18th is now worth $2,000, and it's Andy to putt first.
Yeah, it was going right in.
Well, this is that hole that takes a double break, and I tell you that it didn't come back. It was a little too firm and didn't have a chance to break back into the hole.
If I get the free pop this hole, it's over. I'll win the last hole.
Danny Dore will be next.
Pull it far enough.
It's David McCaslin. You can hear in the background.
Yeah,
he's ready to make his putt, isn't he?
He wants to win a hole real bad. Danny's a tough competitor, and he's putting right now. This looks good.
Isn't it?
Oh, no. He can't believe it.
That's too.
That was the Lipperoonie right there.
Thought that was given.
Yeah.
Well, David right now has $500 in the bank, and he would like to add to that with $2,000.
This is it. This is going to be an exciting putt. Let's see what happens.
Line up, ball.
It's lining up.
Line up.
Look at this. Oh, the left break. He's excited. What a great putt.
And a great match today. We saw a lot of aces, a lot of great putting. And David McCaslin a lot happier with that putt for $2,000. That means he won $2,500 on the day. But the big winner was Danny Dore, $4,500. And Andy Coradini, although he got the $2,000 there, he's also got $500 from American Hole-in-One. We'll be back with the check presentation right after these messages, so don't go away.
What's wrong with you? You're not so mad about that, are you?
The guys at school, they're still giving me a hard time.
I tell you what, let's go down to Putt-Putt, and this time I'll let you win.
You're on.
Putt-Putt Golf, where everyone's a winner.
You heard about the high endurance deodorant challenge from Old Spice? It's great at stopping odor. But what if you got to stop sweat? Well, now high endurance makes a powerful new anti-perspirant. A white solid that goes on clear. See? No white flakes. So you can stay dry without the white mess you get from some other antiperspirants. Guaranteed. Or call 1-800-PROVE-IT and Old Spice will buy you a stick of yours. So take the challenge. Because this is more than just an antiperspirant. This is the high endurance of antiperspirants.
Last year, a new generation came into its own. Can one of these young champions walk away with the U.S. Open again this year? The 1998 U.S. Open. Coverage continues today at 5 on ESPN.
And now for the fun part, the presentation of the checks, and who better to do that than Bobby Owens, the CEO of Putt-Putt Golf. Bobby, take it.
Thank you, Mick. It's my honor to present to Andy Coradini check for $2,000 for your third-place performance. But in addition to third place, I've got something else that'll make finishing last in this show a little bit better, easy to take from American Hole-in-One, $500. Congratulations, my friend. And in second place, David, you finished second, runner-up this year, $2,500. Great putting, fella. Wonderful shot.
All right, and now for the presentation of the big check to Danny Dore from Russ Mannion, Director of Operations of the resort.
Thank you, Mick. And on behalf of Orange Lake Resort and Country Club, Danny, it's a pleasure to present you this trophy for first place. Congratulations. Not only that, have a nice check to take home with you, $4,500. Congratulations. Great playing.
Thank you, Russ. Danny, congratulations. That's now 2 years in a row that Danny's been the big winner on television. Last year, we mentioned earlier, it was a car for the wife, and you said you were going to give it love, and I just went to talk to her, and she said, that's great, but anything else?
Whatever she'd like to have, we'll go out and get it when we get back home to Baltimore.
Now, she's going to be watching this, and she's going to say, that's great. This was a big win today. You putted really well, didn't you?
Yeah, I played pretty good. I got off to a great start, kept tie, and finally I got a little opening and won a lot of money on one hole.
That's fun, isn't it?
That's the nature of this game, and luckily it came my way.
And that's the fun of this format, the big winner, Danny Dore. $4,500, but we're all winners today. We all had a lot of fun. Remember, Putt-Putt is a game for all the family, so get out there and practice. And who knows, maybe it'll be you we'll be watching next time on television. Until then, good night.